last a moment. Think about it like you're leaping over a wide ditch. And when you land, you be in heaven.
Junior, I'll be jumping over a big ditch. Heaven's on the other side.
Is there anything you want to say? Any last words?
Please, can we go?
You just witnessed a reenactment of the execution of George Stinney Jr., who was wrongfully accused and wrongfully convicted of killing two white girls in Alcaloo, South Carolina. He was killed by electric chair. George Stinney was only 14 and weighed probably 100 pounds. So to show their vitriol and hate and demonic tendencies, the white supremacists used the Bible to prop him up. It wasn't until 70 years later that the conviction was vacated and basically he was found to be innocent. Naturally, well, speaking of George, you're going to think about George Floyd, who was killed by Derek Chauvin. Officer Chauvin had kneeled on George's neck until he died. George didn't receive a conviction or a trial. From what I understand, Derek Chauvin got away with only getting a 10-year prison sentence. Also acknowledged on this day, the anniversary of when Dylann Roof went into the Emmanuel AME Church and killed 9 churchgoers. And it was Charleston, South Carolina, to be exact. Now that I think about it, South Carolina, this is the same place where George Stinney Jr. was killed, and it almost makes you wonder if some kind of weird white supremacist message was trying to be sent. Now, since we're speaking about white supremacists doing what they want, especially when they're in police uniform, we can't forget about Tatiana Jefferson, who was gunned down by a police officer up in Fort Worth while she was playing a video game with her 9-year-old nephew. This actually happened in 2019, the year before George Floyd was murdered. The officer's name that killed Tatiana, I believe his name is Aaron Dean. 3 years later, he's still running around free. Regardless of the fact that white supremacists have become more emboldened either through social media or just the rhetoric that they continue to spew, or even if it's them infiltrating law enforcement and carrying out deeds that way. Don't be discouraged. Take today as a day of reverence to remember the ones that have fallen at the hands of these demons. Think about the ones that have passed. Like I said, George Stinney Jr., George Floyd, Tatiana Jefferson, Breonna Taylor, and countless others. Hold your family close. Amen and Ashe.